Granville Beach lies on the southwest coast of Trinidad. During my childhood, my parents would bring us to Granville Beach as it was not far from Point 14. Sometimes my father would rent a beach house and the family would stay for several days. It was one of those beaches where there were only a few houses, with the rest of the beachfront being undeveloped land, perfect for childhood exploration. I have decided to revisit Trinidad places from my youth to see if they have changed or remained the same. Being retired, rediscovering parts of Trinidad and Tobago is an excellent way to enjoy the retirement. On this trip, I'm accompanied by my father and my neighbor Wendell. For my father and I, it will be a trip back in time, maybe to a Trinidad of long ago. And for Wendell, it will be a road trip of discovery as his first trip to Granville Beach. It's just before dawn. The sun has not yet risen over the hills, and I'm getting ready to go and collect my father. To help people find Granville Beach, we have traced the route starting from San Fernando and identifying major landmarks along the way. On the outskirts of Point 14, at the roundabout, taking the second left allows you to bypass the town and the traffic. Along the way, we passed Strikers Village, which was created by Tubal Uriah Butler during the 1937 oilfield workers' strike, when he encouraged workers to take land and build their houses. It is very different from the houses of 1937. This is the turn from the southern main road to Saifu Trace, which leads to Granville Village and then ultimately to Granville Beach. There are two sections to Granville Beach. One section can be called the beach houses side and the other called the public car park side. We will first visit the beach house side, as this is the section I would have come to in my teenage years. As we go along, it seems to be almost the same number of houses as 50 years ago, with maybe one or two additional houses. Some houses have stayed exactly as I remember them, but one or two have been expanded and one is presently being renovated. It is on the actual beach that changes have taken place. In front of the houses there was always a road, and then there was a bushy area with a track to walk through to get to the beach, and there was an actual sandy beach. The bushy area is now gone, and the effects of erosion by the sea are clearly visible, to the extent that at high tide the beach has disappeared. There's a definite attempt to block the erosion through the construction of a seawall that seems to be working. Along this section of the beach, a boat ramp has been built by someone. Today, the seawater has a brown appearance. My memory of the seawater at Granville Beach in the dry season is of an ocean that had a greenish blue hue. Later in the video, I'll show you that my memory has not been completely dulled with age. One thing, however, that has remained the same is that in the distance, you can still see the offshore oil rigs that belong to Trinidad. But tell me something. That isn't that the original?
That's the original houses.
Yeah.
I think that was either.
This is Larry Lal. This is Lal. And isn't that drill pipe they had used to
Well, not drill. Well, whatever pipe. I think it's drill pipe, but some sort of casing or some kind of
casing pipe for the steps, because it looks it looks like the original. And the support for the house.
It's not drill pipe. That's a very drill pipe. I don't think so.
You can't remember?
I don't know.
Too long ago.
Yeah.
And you don't remember coming here and dropping mommy and the children.
Karma and Lal, we used to come down here on the beach on a weekend or on an afternoon.
Yeah.
Drive down and come and see. But they didn't have this much erosion.
Right.
So you could have gone out there. You would go out in the water and water up the ocean. We're in shrimp season, you're catching shrimp.
You used to catch shrimp here?
Well, yeah.
And you see here?
Well, not commercially, but
yes.
You used to have plenty shrimp in the sea. So you stand up in the water and you're catching shrimp with your hand. You had so many shrimp in the water. I mean, I remember you catch the shrimp and you eat it.
Raw?
Yeah.
What? Catch it and peel it and eat it raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
You had plenty shrimp, but one shrimp in season. You catch plenty. Had plenty shrimp on these beaches.
Alright. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the boat under the house. And I remember it's coming as a child and they had a boat and that looks like the boat.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't. That was too long ago for that boat because remember that was in the 60s or the 70s?
Nah, that would be the 70s. In the 60s, I would have only been 5 or 6.
That was in the 1970s.
Yeah. It would have been in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I would have been 14 and 15 and so on.
Yeah, that was in the 1970s.
Yeah. But that is to tell you how the house was built strongly.
Yeah.
That
is the original.
Correct. That is more than 40 years. And all they've had to do is paint.
Yeah.
I come in. This section in my childhood we call the public beach side. It has been developed more since those days, with a larger paved car park, plus washrooms and toilet facilities. And the facilities were very clean when we visited. Unfortunately, even on this section of Granville Beach there has been erosion. The attempts to contain the erosion are very visible, but there are areas where the attempts to hold back the encroachment of the sea are not working. As you can see, despite the color of the sea, people come and enjoy themselves on this beach.
Vincent.
Yeah.
He's a contractor in Point Fortin and undeveloped.
Yeah. He had owned this land?
He owned all of it. He developed all this property.
So the houses on the other side. He was the one
the land there too.
and sold it and then sold it off.
Sold off lots. And then he started selling lots.
Uh-huh.
Generally.
So what, he had bought an old estate?
I don't know how he acquired it, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know how, but he owned that. He made some money selling land down there.
Oh, all right.
After looking at the public beach facilities, we wanted to see more of the general area and decided to drive along Coromandel Road. And it was the first time actually that I had driven on that road. I was surprised by how good the road surface is and the number of houses in the area.
Just want to show that Granville is more than just the hill of this. Looks like I want beer.
You do something in your bed.
I always heard about the Granville.
The biggest aquifers in Trinidad is the Granville Aquifer. Stretches from Palisade to the top.
Okay.
While driving, we came to the northern section of Granville Bay. This area has a wide sandy beach and much less erosion. From here, you can look across the bay and see the area where the houses are.
Yeah, look, the house is right over there where we went Granville. If you like the content, please share this video.
The coastline in this part of Trinidad has many beaches, and our drive allowed us to see some of those other beaches. If you want to find information on beaches in this area, I have placed a link in the video description to one of my websites that carries information on beaches around Trinidad. While in the Point Coco area, we looked out on the sea and saw the change in water color to the blue-green that I remember from my childhood, reinforcing that my childhood memories are not wrong.